if this went to, let's say, the local police, if they would have figured it out?
Probably not.
In Ohio?
Oh, in Ohio? Those guys are done, probably.
This one's kind of more of like a story time one. It's a pretty crazy situation. So
Crazy.
here we have a divorced couple in Ohio, and they're going through child custody battle, which you know things get real ugly when that tends to happen. The mother, her name's Amanda. She's at her home waiting for the father, Timothy, to drop off their 3 daughters after his visitation. So he's taking them home. Next thing that happens is pretty crazy because it was captured on a dash cam video, which is unreleased, so we can't watch it. But in this video, you see Amanda telling the kids, is it not working?
It didn't flip them around. It's fine.
Okay.
Should make sure they're recording. Yeah.
So you hear Amanda tell the kids, "Hey kids, go inside. I got a surprise for you." So the 3 daughters go, "Yay!" They go in the house, and then you don't see it on camera, but you hear Timothy, the dad, go, "What the heck are you doing? Did you just assault me?" And then they come back into frame, and she's dragging him down to the ground and just like holding him until he just like.
She choked him out?
Who choked him out?
She must be a big bitch.
That's what it looks like.
The kid or the
mom.
Oh, the mom.
Yeah,
Okay.
the kids are just in the house.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like that's what happens.
And
We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
It's a prank. It's a prank.
It looks like that's what happens, but that's not quite
It's probably a Darce.
the case. So then she takes off his smartwatch, takes his cell phone, brings his body, basically puts his body in the car, drives it to a pre-dug grave, which is located on land that her grandfather owns. And then when the husband's belongings went unclaimed at the motel, they put a missing persons report. And because he ended up being what it's called, he worked for the State Department in some way. I didn't know this, but if you get filed missing persons and you're a State Department worker, it immediately goes to the FBI.
Whoa.
Yeah, they get notified that
It's a federal case.
Yeah, because there could be.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't know that automatically happens. So it basically goes front of the line.
Yeah.
They start looking for you extra hard.
So like,
Does that include like parks and recreation?
I don't really know.
so like if a DMV employee dies,
State
Goes
Department.
missing.
FBI comes. Well, it has to be state
They
State
get notified.
Department, right?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, so that's different.
Yeah.
or animal control. So a guy that's an animal control.
No, you're thinking of a State Department. It's the State Department, like in Washington.
Oh, like okay.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Like Sacramento, like
I don't
someone.
really know the difference, honestly.
Okay.
So what about like a dumpster truck driver, right?
Yep, straight to the FBI.
You guys are probably right because this is Ohio. So
I don't know. So what happened is because it went to FBI, they were able to basically what it looks like is they just had way better interrogators, and when they got Amanda in for questioning, she confessed it right away. And she said that
Okay, you're tickling me too hard.
I'll tell you everything.
Tell you everything.
here's what she actually did to him in the video when it looks like she had him like this and he like went like that.
She was already
What she
dead.
really did was she basically rushed him with a syringe and injected him with something called M99. Do you know what that is?
It's like Dexter, dude.
Do you know what M99 is?
No, I'm assuming it puts you to sleep.
This is the most interesting part of the article to me because there's this thing called M99, which is also called etorphin, which is 1,000 times stronger than morphine.
oh, so he's dead.
Etorphin.
he's just dead, then.
Yo, he's dead. He's dead.
How did she even get M99?
And so it's
That's a cool name.
used to the usage of it is to tranquilize elephants and rhinos.
No way.
so she went to like.
works in the zoo?
Yeah. She was
and Rec.
like.
Animal control.
So I guess
She went to the
what
vet. It's like,
happened
I need to
is
put my elephant down for a couple of minutes because I gotta
I gotta give
work
him
on his toe.
Yeah.
the crazy thing
Scratch
is
the hoof
I guess,
off.
so her and her new boyfriend were conspiring on how to kill this ex-husband guy.
Shit.
And at first they tried to hire a couple hitmen. Those didn't go through.
They're like, yeah.
One of them, I don't know which one of them came up with the idea to get this M99, but apparently they had to go outside of the country to get it and bring it back in.
Whoa.
So
Damn.
because of that, she's also being charged with importing
Smuggling.
of a controlled substance.
They probably use that for like poachers and stuff.
Yeah, something like that. This is
So she had to go to,
Ohio, so
like,
where the hell did she go?
Zimbabwe or something.
Ohio has a lot of great zoos. They have a lot of
Yeah, so apparently
A lot of zoos.
so yeah,
I love their zoos.
She's been sentenced to 40 years in prison like on top of like the murder and everything, but because she had like brought in this illegal like substance to do it. Damn. And the boyfriend who helped her with the plot is sentenced to 10.
Bro, and then the kids are just
Poor kids, yeah.
part of the
No,
system.
Now 3 daughters just know.
Bro, they're just out.
that's crazy.
Damn.
That's awful, bro.
What do they think they're gonna like tell the boyfriend like, hey, your dad, that sucks, but this guy's cool.
I guess like
We go on trips out of the
Yeah,
country.
he's
it's
pretty
one of-
cool. You'll see.
I don't really know what they were expecting to happen because like if let's say someone gets injected with that, you better hope they don't do an autopsy at all, right? You just what would they call it? What would that death look like on paper if it wasn't? They would
Death?
Maybe they just thought he was just gonna like die in his sleep or something.
Maybe if he tried to hurt Trump, they just burned his body right away, right?
Oh yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But she was gonna dump the body on property.
She was gonna bury
father's property.
I think maybe what they thought was that he just like ran off. They were just gonna make it look like he
Oh, I see.
abandoned everybody.
Yeah, like
Because yeah, she.
That's what
buried-
guys do. Guys do that.
But isn't that crazy that like you bury him in like property that your family owns somewhere else? That's pretty good.
Can you imagine? Like you tell your kids,
Especially out there.
you tell your kids, right? What if she pulled this off, and then they grow up going, "Oh, Dad he's a deadbeat. He just ran away," and then they find his body when they're like trying to build a barn on Grandpa's property.
Trying to get that ADU up.
Yeah, you will find it. You'll find it eventually.
Slumlord
yeah.
duplex, baby.
It's true.
Dang.
That's what they do.
That's a crazy.
How thick does a wall have to be for it to be a wall? That's what they're googling when they're doing it.
Yeah.
For it to count as a wall legally.
Legal wall minimum.
In Ohio, there's a lot of open space, dude.
Right after what to do with dead body.
Yeah.
It's always in the Google.
Is house hacking profitable in Ohio? That they type.
How big does a closet have to be to count it as a new bedroom?
I wonder if
Does it need central air?
this went to let's say the local police, if they would have figured it out.
Probably not.
In Ohio?
Oh, in Ohio, those guys are done probably.
Probably not even just that. It's just probably like, oh yeah,
Hot take.
this guy ran away.
Open and shut.
Case.
Yeah, because they don't see enough cases, you know.
It's about as clear as can be.
They just don't have the experience.
I like
Yeah,
trash
definitely,
speak.
A weird part about it is that he had left. I guess maybe they didn't account for this, but it's because the dad or the ex-husband was staying at a motel and he had so much stuff there still that he just like abandoned it. Basically, would be a reason for them to look into it.
Yeah, it seems like this doesn't seem right.
Yeah, so you'd probably have to take care of that.
Why would he abandon all this cool stuff?
You'd assume that if you could go,
Yeah, there's a backpack full of yo-yos.
Xbox 360.
He has a lot of really cool stuff. He has a Dale Earnhardt Jr.
way, guys.
NASCAR model there.
Ohio man would leave that behind.
Look at all the koozies he has.
Look, it's signed. It's signed.
Koozies.
I always like to think that if you're capable of one, knowing a drug like M99, which none of us were familiar with,
I had no idea.
two, knowing how to get it from out of country,
That's gang.
They must have been googling like crazy.
like you would think that if you're capable of doing that, then if you just applied that same brain power to the other parts,
yeah, to the cleanup process.
you know what I mean? Yeah, then like how could you not do a better job at getting away with
Because
it?
they're so focused on the killing part that they're not thinking about the fixing part.
She got fucked up on the confession.
Yeah, I know, right? She did all that
tickling.
work.
Yeah, like if she just was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What if someone focused really hard on the cleanup part, but they themselves just breaks easily when they get interrogated?
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, you
Because like theoretically,
Did you do it?
yes, I did.
could have gotten away with it.
And the cops were just guessing too.
Because they had a pre-dug grave. Like they were.
Yeah,
thinking
right.
through.
My new secret best way to get rid of a body, if you don't live next to an active volcano. So I just had a buddy, he got a tree delivered to his house.
Wow,
What do you do?
a tree delivery.
Think about this. You dig a hole, right? You put the body in. Then you get the tree, you put it on top.
But then they're gonna haunt you.
Yeah, and then also the teeth always grows into the tree.
Yeah.
That's real?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Hey Ryan, you were watching My Worst Roommate Ever, right? There was one episode where this guy adopted this lady and he killed her. And
Adopted a lady.
adopted a lady.
Adopted
made
a
his
grown
daughter.
woman.
He was like, "This is my daughter now." He killed her, buried her in his house on his property, and I think it was in like Ohio somewhere. And like the police were actively investigating it. They couldn't find it. They were digging, excavating everything until he finally confessed where the body was, and then they were able to find it. So it's like if you're in a certain small town, they might be like, okay, there might be dead bodies here, and if they don't find it, they're just like, oh well.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why my like I said, my favorite variable, and if I was to plan one of these,
Small
to
town.
do it in an area where the police has a high rate of cold cases.
And they also just don't have the resources to like excavate this whole fucking property and get all these dogs. and have
Exactly.
people there all the time. And it's like if they don't find it in 2 weeks, they're like, meh.
When you watch those actual like crime, like if you watch a lot of those programs in their small towns, they can't even afford to get the DNA sometimes.
Yeah.
They're just like, we don't got a guy for that.
Some police don't even got their own dogs. They gotta go next door to fucking borrow a dog from the other city. Like to go smell some shit.
Dude, here's what you do. Right? You build a brand new atrium. Brand new. But atriums have to be indoors. Right? So it's technically surrounded.
Okay.
Then you bury the body under a rock outside. They're going to be checking the atrium.
And you put signs. It could be here.
Yep. Good luck with the atrium, police officer. And then you just keep saying that every time you see him.
You know how the mafia, there's always like old movies where they shows that they keep dumping dead bodies into like construction areas with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cement.
yeah.
Has
Yeah.
anyone ever been found in the middle of those things?
Dude, once you put them in cement,
Like
it's
me.
over.
They call them. I think one of them's called the Chicago jacket or something. When you put like cement in a barrel and you throw the barrel over. I think it's called like the Chicago jacket.
Where did they throw the barrel?
Into the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's fucking tight.
And then the fucking when the water went down, like hella barrels were found.
Yeah, from the OG mafia days.
They found some in the Vegas one.
Lake Mead.
When it was drying up.
That's what he said, Lake Mead.
You said Lake Mead?
He's talking about Chicago.
I thought it was Chicago.
It's in Chicago. Chicago's.
It's the Lake Mead jacket in the Chicago Lakes.
Yeah, Great Lakes. It was in the Great Lakes. They found a ton. Great Lakes dried up
The
actually.
cement's from Chicago.
He called it a Chicago jacket?
So a
I think
cement
that's
mixer
a
is
term or
probably
something,
good.
like the Chicago jacket or something, but in Lake Mead.
Probably because they invented it in New York.
Did you know? Did you guys know about the thing where people would throw murder weapons into the La Brea tar pits?
Yeah.
Over the
So
fence?
smart.
Yeah, they would throw it over the
That
fence.
was like the Tommy gun era, right?
Yeah, there's like guns from like hundreds of
Like it sinks in, or does it just stay afloat?
No, it goes down. And then you have to get there's like they have to get a special scuba guy who scubas in the tar.
How can you even see what's happening?
Yeah, no, they hired. He's like the only guy that'll do it. It's like a character. He's an old
Yeah.
guy with a beard, and he's the only one that'll do it.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
I wonder what his rate is.
I don't know. Yeah,
He's just like, I keep what I find.
but they don't like regularly check. I think now they just use like some kind of
Magnet?
like a sonar type thing. I don't know what it is. They just like it could read the contour underneath
The
it.
X-ray.
Yeah, that's a gun. That's a gun. That's a gun. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
They don't just like go. I didn't see any today.
Dude, Gavin Newsom's like, we gotta get rid of this fucking tar pit.
That's so funny that you could just toss it over the fence, just straight in. It's so
crazy. It's
easy.
crazy.
such a good racket.
That's so many guns.
Isn't it interesting? There's a fucking tar pit right in the middle, right there.
Yeah, it's so random.
It's so weird.
I remember going to the museum as a kid. I'm gonna go again.
I just love the fact that you can dispose of a murder weapon and then at the same time see a free jazz concert.
Check out the lamps. Yeah. So many lamps.